I'm feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling great. In case y'all was wondering if y'all caught any of that freestyle, this is what my brother Dot was rapping to. He was going in.
I was chilling, bro.
He was going in. I missed the dopest part, so my bad. We might catch him on the next time. I'll be catching him on the fly.
That's what G Herbo did during this freestyle.
But hey, yo, we got to let this run a little bit. Because, you know, this shit just started.
Yeah.
First week of the season.
This is the first episode on the road to 200.
Let's go. 101. What's good? What's good? It's your boy, DJ Avo, and this is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 101. Let's go.
Just ain't running.
This is the first one of y'all step.
Hey, what's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 101.
Let's
when
go.
You come for your fantasy football needs and chop it up about the latest NFL news. Avo feeling himself too much. I am Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
You got Dynasty Bro Vic, a.k.a. Chief Sosa.
I've been sitting with you for about an hour, and I guess I just didn't realize you had the Oakland hat on.
You didn't see that shit? I knew he was flying when he walked in.
My nigga got a fly ass fit on right now, bro. You face the camera a little bit, bro. Show your shit, my nigga. Show your.
So I got to hear about this D Wall shirt,
bro. Look at the pose, bro.
Like this, man. You know, my guy gave me 26 points.
Where did the shirt come from? No, I gotta know.
Where did I get this from? I think I got
you
it
just
from,
randomly picked it up and you just said he's gonna be my fantasy guy.
I either got it from
Pause.
Viridian Global or
okay.
Well, while we at it, we gonna shout out Viridian Global. Go get the Dynasty Bros merch from right there and go get all kind of merch. You feel what I'm saying? I did not know you had the Oakland hat on. I love the fit even more. Hey, tell the people right now up front what D Wall did for you this week.
Bro, I was down
bad,
like 22 points. Nasty. And my guy gave me 26 points
stunt
to secure the dub. And on top of that, we fucked up because we played Chris Godwin. No. My bad. We sat Godwin.
Played IU.
Got the goose egg. They had Lamar.
We up like 11.
We had 11. Waller. So it was Waller against Lamar, fantasy-wise. Waller outplayed Lamar, gave us 26 points, secured the dub, bro. And had to come up with the D Wall shirt, man.
And you told me D Wall beat out Ivo in that league you in.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
It is what it is. And it was Darren Waller's birthday yesterday, so hell of a birthday gift. Balling out on Monday night.
He showed that he was still worth that pick right after Kelsey, man. When you think about them two top tight ends, man, he's that guy, bro. He's that guy. All right, man. So what we got? NFC East today?
Yeah, we got NFC East.
All right, we're going to go over. I know we went through the divisions early, but we're going to knock out the NFC East this time around. It's the only thing we got left. We wanted to get that and do something quick so we have time to talk about some regular week one stuff if we wanted to, man. Just things that excite us going forward, man. So I'm excited about it. We still got the closing to say something good to people. We're going to get into that. We're going to do the Hood TMZ with Dynasty Bro Vic. What's the word? We got some injuries, flag on the plays, some interesting flag on the plays, man. So let's just get to it, man. Vic, are you ready, my G?
Always ready, bro. Let's get into it, bro. What's the word, man? We're going to be in and out a couple things. Shout out to Bleacher Report Gridiron. This actually gave me something to think about, man. Cam Newton on his release from the Patriots. Quote, the reason why they released me is because indirectly I was going to be a distraction without being a starter. Just my aura. When you think about it, that shit makes sense. Like, especially from a Bill Belichick standpoint, like why keep a guy around with that name, like
facts.
With that presence. So,
and honestly, once you decided to move on to Mac Jones, that's the way the offense needs to go to. So even your backup needs to be in like that has to be able to play like Mac Jones, that style of play, because that's what you're running once you commit past Cam. You had to cater your offense to Cam, and once you're not using Cam Newton as your quarterback, you transition into what Mac Jones could do. So you need a backup even outside of that to be able to kind of do similar things that Mac Jones can do. But it does make sense. Ain't no point in having Cam Newton there and interviewers. And if Mac Jones went out there and played bad week one, all the bashing that would happen, why wouldn't they play Cam? On top of that, it just let me know that Cam, he didn't have that starting job for a minute either. Like, for him to say, I would have lost it no matter what, lets me know that they were just putting Cam out there for some veteran respect. They pretty much knew Mac Jones was going to be their starter, bro. They pretty much just knew that. It makes
so much sense because that's exactly why Tebow got cut. Like, I get it. His aura wasn't going to allow him to be behind anybody.
His presence.
His presence.
This nigga brought up a man that can't play quarterback. Ain't going to say that's why he got cut because his aura.
His aura.
Come on, man.
That's why.
his tight end play was worse than his quarterback play, and it was hard to be a worse quarterback than Tim Tebow. And he was still winning games. I'm not knocking him. Sometimes you could just win games, but I'm not gonna say he was a good
You
quarterback.
can't tell me I'm wrong though. It's his aura, other than his skill. If his skill was decent, he couldn't be on any team because they would want him to play. That's all I'm saying.
Bro. Bro.
You ain't feeling me? Y'all not fucking with me?
Hell
all
nah, bro.
I guess that's just me.
I can see the parallel, but
Are you allowed
two
to
different
say?
extremes.
Are you allowed to say hell no when you talk about
Tebow? Come on, man.
Heck no, you got hit him with the Ned Flanders.
Hey, shout out to Tim Tebow. Ex starting tight end.
Come on, man.
slash shortstop slash T-ball all-star. Nah, he's a baller.
Slash analyst, man. He know what
Yeah,
he's talking
he
about.
knows
At
his
least.
name,
You feel
That's
me?
true. I mean, you got to succeed at something.
Yeah, shout out to Belichick though, cutting his losses early in terms of just get all the distractions out the way. So that speaks volume to type of show he wants to run. So
Facts.
it all makes sense, man. All right, let's keep it pushing. Another item from Bleacher Report Gridiron. So Stephon Diggs voted a team first captain for the first time in his career. So shout out to Diggs. He's a baller, bro. Like
He deserve all that shit, bro.
he do, bro.
He do. His mentality to the game and his work ethic, man. You love to see a guy like that get everything he deserves, bro. He's a baller.
Fire. All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. So Adam Whale on Twitter, Adam Whale 22 at 24/7 Sports. Devontae Smith basically scored his first touchdown in the league. Ironically, in the same spot where he scored the game-winning touchdown in the national championship game.
I didn't know that.
Think about it. It's all in Atlanta.
Facts.
Same spot.
That was destined to happen, bro.
Full circle, bro. Sometimes
was
shit just
destined to
come
happen.
full circle. So had to shout out my guy Smitty, man. I was
That's
turned
your
up when I
guy,
saw
bro. You text me.
when it,
Devonta. I said, you see that? You said, yeah, Devonta. I don't even think I was talking about Devonta Smith. But you was like, yeah, Devonta Smith just scored his first touchdown.
bro, I was hoping they didn't call it back because it was a little. I don't want to say it was a pick play, but they can get a little fan.
But in
funny
their
with them
defense, the defender was grabbing
That's
Devonta
true.
Smith's jersey.
He
So
was.
I think they probably just had to let it fly. So
He was.
good shit.
All right, man. One last thing, and on a high note, Maya Shaka, man. So basically, she's the first woman of color to ref a game. So she says, it's a privilege that she's been chosen to represent women and women of color in the most popular sport in America. I agree with you. Football is the most popular sport in America.
You know what that is?
What was that?
Flowers.
Flowers.
Me giving her flowers. I mean,
Oh.
that could have been a bouquet, but it would look stupid. So I scooped the flowers up and dropped them, giving her flowers.
Come on now, dog.
I know, bro.
Come on, man.
I should have quit explaining myself. Now it sounds stupid explain and disrespectful. Now I done dropped the flowers, but it was me spreading them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
she
should have dug
deserved.
up somebody's flower garden.
Facts. That's what black people do. We see flowers, they look nice. We dig them up, give them to somebody we love. I'm just playing, man.
Let's get into these injuries, bro. You got injuries for us, man?
Yeah, I do. Let's get into Mr. Raheem Mostert. Got a knee injury. Started the game. Went out quick. The reason why that's important, Trey Sermon, the dynasty guy that has been moving up the boards that we love, was a healthy scratch going into the game. And it was like, we thought it was him. 1-2 punch. Turns out the second guy they drafted this year, Mr. Elijah Mitchell, just went out there and balled out. I want to say that, he had real good upside, speed,
Got size.
catching ability, all of that. But to me, it just anybody in that offense, whoever's going to be the 1-2 punch, you just want that guy because that scheme is perfect no matter what. I think whoever steps into that role is going to flourish. But, so just make sure you got some Elijah Mitchell on your bench. Pay attention because it could be him and Trey Sermon in 1-2 punch, or it could him keep being the number one after he played. And we don't really know why Trey Sermon was out. So we don't know who's going to be the number one going into next week. So
I still think it's going to be the Mitchell show, bro.
yeah, bro, he going to be good, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Jerry Jeudy.
it turned out to just be a high ankle sprain. I know we're all excited going into second year, getting Cortland Sutton back, getting an upgrade at quarterback, just feeling like the season was going to be just better for him, man. He went out there and it looked ugly, heard it was ugly. 8 weeks isn't, anything to just golf at, but at least he's coming back this year. That's what our reports are looking like. So we, hopefully send him prayers for a speedy recovery, man, because Judy is a darling right now in the fantasy community.
MetLife Field, bro. Claiming bodies.
Yeah, you said that as soon as it happened, bro. It's pretty shitty.
Yeah, bro. All right, and then of course, Fitzmagic, bro.
Fitzmagic, he went out, and it looks like he went out with a hip injury, and it looks like he's probably going to be done majority of the season, man. It looks like they're just saying some weeks, but like near the top end of the weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. But right now, does he come back? Do you just see what you have in that offense? Do, Ron Rivera go get a guy he's familiar with that we just talked about? What does that look like, especially for Dynasty, man? People need to know.
I actually have some Fitzmagic, bro, and I'm not really he was a stopgap QB for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for Justin Fields to take on the starting role officially. So if you got them type of scenarios, the Trey Lance, you just waiting for guys to take over. Then he's a perfect QB to run, for the rest of the year. Even if you got dealing with the Deshaun situation, but given the injury, man, I'm not looking for. Not interested in Taylor Heineke, man. I mean, I'm just not. So looking forward to this Thursday night game. To be honest, bro, I don't even think I want to play. It don't sound crazy. I don't know if I want to play Terry, bro. Like,
come on, now,
Heineke
dog.
Isn't like a real gunslinger
man.
style of,
yeah,
and that's why we love. Honestly, Fitzpatrick isn't like some stud quarterback that we love. We just know his mentality. He'll go deep, and that's why we love Terry coming into the season. But linking up with Tyler Heineke, it could be. It could be up and down right now.
Sorry, Thursday night game, bro. I would hate to. I think I'm
fading Terry.
Well, fading Logan this week. I think I'm fading Terry this week.
Okay, and I feel bad. I told you to play Logan because
they actually ended up neck and neck, him and Goddard. So it was cool. But yeah, bro, we'll talk about the whole Terry thing. I actually been moving off Terry a little bit.
Man, he's so talented.
He is talented.
I just think the organization.
It's the situation.
Sometimes you're going to the wrong organization, man.
Bro, like,
fuck it up.
I don't mind him in my wide receiver 3 spot, but wide receiver 2, like,
facts.
It is what it is. I love the guy. That's Naptown.
Damn.
Trying to win some fantasy games. He's talented, though. Don't get me wrong.
But that's all the injuries I got, bro.
All right, cool. Any flags on the play then? Avo, you got a flag, bro?
Avo, do you have a flag?
You look like you got a flag.
Does Avery have a flag?
Oh.
Does Avery have a flag?
Yeah, I got a damn flag, man. Look, let me tell you what happened, man. Look, for the people, I ain't gonna look at these, so I'm gonna look straight at y'all. Just straight at y'all. So, I reposted something that might have said a start sit list.
Facts.
It might have had some players on it that might have happened to be on one of my 3 teams in one of my leagues.
Facts. And what happened, brother?
I possibly should have paid attention to that list because I did not play Antonio Brown. And probably another player. I just don't remember it right now. And it's sad because I lost by a lot.
I got another flag on the play.
Oh, shit.
Avo called me 3 days ago. Bro, I'm revamping my Dynasty Bros team. I'm looking at the sheet like I'm pulling my roster up. I'm like, shit, I'm pulling it up too. I'm telling him all these guys he can drop. He got Jay Sternberger. I'm like, bro, get rid of him. He got guys that I'm like, bro, who is
Oliver.
this? Yeah, Josh Oliver. I'm like, bro, why do you have these guys? Vic comes in today.
Come on now,
bro.
dog.
Why you drop Will Fuller? I'm like,
come on, man.
you drop Will Fuller in Dynasty? He was like, bro, he's suspended. I don't need him. Vic like, bro, he start playing next week. I'm like, bro, when did you drop Will Fuller? We just talked about this. He like, bro, I dropped him before I called you. You didn't call me before you dropped. And you ain't dropped nobody since we talked. The only guy that got released is Will Fuller.
Just Will Fuller.
4 claims went in on him, bro. Fuller started his suspension last year. He only missed week 1 this year.
And
I'm still looking at the camera.
And it pisses me off that he dropped Will Fuller, but all the no names I told him to drop are still on his team currently. Pissing me off. Flag on the play to Avo. That's bullshit.
You gotta let him know.
Come on now,
you gotta let him know
dog.
what start sit you talking
Come
about, man.
on, man.
So every week, y'all need to make sure y'all check Dynasty Bro,
Vic
page, Dynasty Bro page, and my page. Because Vic be out here telling you who to potentially start or sit. And right now,
you need to start. And
right
sit.
now, he's 50%. Last year, where'd you end at?
I gotta pull up the numbers. I want to say I was
We got to
like,
see where you ended at
He was
last year.
over 50%.
I want to say I was around like
He's over 50%. So just
56.
make sure you pay attention. The man knows his shit. I need to make sure I pay attention.
And he even take his L's on injuries because a couple of his plays end up getting injured. So
True.
like he still took the L on that, which he shouldn't have to.
Nah, I do that. But little shit. Well, I want some shitty because
Come on, bro. What happened?
What happened, bro?
I took an L on a Brian Edwards and Kenyon Drake. It ain't like you rooting for the guys to do bad, but it's like to see him get the garbage punch at the end. Like, come on,
You fucked up my picks.
Fucked up.
Making me look bad.
But shout out to my guys though. They're my guys.
Them are your guys, especially Brian Edwards. Bro.
Yeah, that's my guy.
But make sure
I'm
y'all
not sure
check
to
out
go back.
that list, man. It's a good list.
Yeah.
Even if you're in redraft, you're in Dynasty, it's always a good list. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go back and Well, I got a flag there. Let me just roll into my flag.
I got
two
one more
flags.
after you, bro. And it's an honest moment too. It's
Flag
an
on the
honest
play to
moment.
myself, bro. I fell asleep towards the end of the game, so I missed the excitement for the Raiders and Ravens. I also fell asleep Thursday night on the shootout. So I made it through the third quarters, bro.
Bro,
So flag on the play myself.
we getting older, my
I
G.
know, bro. Like wrap that shit up, bro. Like 10 o'clock. I can't be doing these 11:30.
Start these games earlier.
Yeah,
man.
bro. So
I got an honest moment now that we done won the week, so it don't really matter. Listen to it's not that Godwin didn't get played. Here's the honest moment. Swear to God. When I said, bro, do you want to play Godwin over Ayuk? You said, nah, man, the injury thing. I said, fuck it. It is what it is. Then I was like, I mean, you want to play him over Clyde? You was like, nah, bro, the injury thing. I'm like, I clicked on Clyde because I knew all offseason he was dealing with shit too. Yeah. And I'm like, shit, this nigga just got activated fully too. And I was like, bro, they in the same stage of both getting activated. I was like, bro, at least play him over Clyde. But Vic, my nigga, sometimes, and sometimes you got to digress when you working through shit with people, because I really wanted to work through that, but I was like, fuck it, team fire, we good, we gonna be straight. Clyde should be decent. So it wasn't even just the Ayuk one. I wanted to talk through the Clyde, but I just fell back because I was like, Clyde just came back to 100% too. So they both on the injury side, but it was a lot. We still got the dub. Shit don't even matter. But yeah, that's a flag. That's a flag on me too. You ain't always got to digress. Sometimes it's a conversation that I should have just had the convo with you, because you probably ain't paid attention to Clyde dealing with his injuries and shit, because it wasn't talked about as much as Godwin was, because the Bucs was just talked about so much leading into the week. So,
and usually in those moments when you do speak up, I roll with it. Like,
so that's on me too, bro.
Week one was rough, or not week one. The first year we started co-gymming, and we used to be on the phone, like, bro. But now we a little more lax. Like, all right, cool. Let me go check out these other leagues.
All right, let me tell you one more time why I think we should do this.
Yeah, it's on my start sit. That shit be wrong as hell, bro.
But we good now. We team 5. We want to know. We're gonna keep y'all updated with that week by week.
Yeah, and I do got another flag, man. Flag on the plays to people who were threatening and reaching out to Raheem Mostert's wife and basically dogging the man out for going down with an injury. So it's fantasy football. Like, these are human beings.
Come on now.
They got real lives, and
come on, man.
Their health is on the line every week. So there's no need to reach out to them.
I'm sorry.
Talk about your fantasy team.
Is there more of a story there? I'm very confused.
No, basically,
I had to stop the music. I'm so confused.
Yeah, so pretty much Raheem Mostert, running back for the San Francisco 49ers, people reached out to his wife and him on social media, just basically give him shit about being injured.
Guys, this is fantasy football,
exactly,
guys.
bro. So
come on, man.
It's not that deep, man. That shit's
come on now,
trash,
dog.
swag. So
come on,
that's my last flag, man. Any other flags?
Nah. So closing and say something good to the people. Like, that's stuff I want to vent about, things that we can present. Where do we give our best random advice where, like, it should just be thrown in? Like, because I got some advice right now that I want to give before we transition into the main topic. Man. Here's my advice for the week. This is probably the most important right now, and then we'll revisit stuff as we go. But if you ever got any advice for our fans and listeners, we need to give it to, like, the simple advice that they need to hear. Here it goes. Do not panic right now. We're only in week 1. The offenses haven't clicked all the way. We haven't figured out, what certain schemes want to do. It's just week 1. The young guys are going to get better. The vets are going to start to soak back into their natural scoring. Don't be out there doing any panic trading, panic drops. Super bad to do after week 1. Now, I will do overhyped sales after week 1. If like, genuinely, like, man, this is the best it's going to get. Go trade your Mark Ingram. I don't trust that situation in general. But, like, don't do anything stupid after week 1. Calm down. Everything gonna be all right. You could lose the first 4 weeks and still go get a championship. Remember that.
Bro, that's great advice. And I'm actually going to throw a tip out there that I actually learned from you. Run your guys, man. Like, Don't get caught up in chasing points. Like, don't chase, these guys that might have gone off this week and that you left on the bench, and now you put them in. And now Mike Evans goes off against Atlanta.
Now you mad because you went out there and wanted to play Chenault over Mike Evans.
Exactly.
That's not, you drafted Evans to play over Chenault.
Exactly.
Don't be crazy.
So that's what I learned. I learned.
I don't like why y'all coming at me like that.
Oh no, I'm actually no. These are like literally things I've learned over the years. It's like you just gotta just have these principles and stick to them. So run your guys, live with the outcome, and it's all about just get in the playoffs. Like, it's not about having the 1 seed. It's nice, but I just want to get in the playoffs, and then from there,
Best
you worry
team
about
win from there.
exactly, man. It's a dogfight from there.
I done took down plenty 1 and 2 seeds on my way to the championship.
Exactly,
bro.
exactly. So
I done been the guy to sneak in 6 seed, whoop everybody ass.
exactly.
That's what
So
happened.
that's all it is, man. Just get in the playoffs. That's all that matters. All right. Before we get into the main topic,
Yeah.
I guess we already did that, right?
No, we ain't did the main topic. We
No, I'm
gotta do
talking
the
about,
NFC East.
like where they can follow you.
Oh, you can do it again,
No,
bro.
I
already did
really think we did it on the redraft episode.
We can do it as many
Oh,
times
got
as
you.
we
Okay,
need
I'm
to.
sure.
But it don't matter, man. Fuck it. Follow me at Dynasty Bro
Yeah,
Style on
man.
Instagram and Twitter. Follow the main Instagram handle,
Yeah.
Dynasty Bros FF.
Yeah.
Avo, where can they follow you at?
Nigga, you follow me at Dynasty Bro Avo on the Twitch. You follow me at Dynasty Avo on the Twitter, and then you hit me up on the gram at Avo Love DJ Avo. You find me, bro. Just find me. Hey, yo, Vic. Where can we find you at, bro? Let them know.
Chief Sosa FF. Also, you can, everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. Dynasty Bros FF. Join the Facebook community, Dynasty Bros FF podcast, and the Patreon, Bros FF. So
Yeah.
Big facts. Get to it, baby.
Big facts.
Ain't
these
nothing to it
rankings.
but to do it.
Let's go. My bad. I'm hyped up today, man. Y'all
Mm.
turning the lights on and shit. Got me in the We the Bros shirt. You know what I mean?
We the bros. We the bros.
NFC East, man. I might have to plug in this young laptop. I'm gonna do it now. But go ahead, bro. What we talking about today? I got it.
It's right there. And we get into the NFC East. We're gonna talk about the last guys that matter for fantasy football in this conference. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk to guys that we think are relevant going forward, the guys that are irrelevant, the guys you could trade away, the guys you should go trade for, in the Dynasty Bros opinion. So that's what we're gonna do. Vic plugging in. We about to get right straight to it. I'm excited, man. Like, just going into everything that we're doing. Make sure y'all paying attention to everything. Redraft episode is before this. Make sure you tune in if you can. Like you said, get to the Patreon. We got so many goodies going on right now. Tap in, log in. Don't be left out. We the bros. Be a bro. Be a brody.
Dynasty Bros, that is.
All right, man, let's get to it, man. NFC East, man. So, of course, last week was the prep rally. We want to definitely close out our, little audit, little round trip around the league. Let
We
you
got
guys
to
know
do
where
that.
we at with all these teams and these guys from a dynasty standpoint. So let's close it out with the NFC East. It only makes sense. So start with the Dallas Cowboys. We saw them Thursday night, man. Of course, Dak coming off the injury, man. I still have Dak as a top 5 QB in dynasty. Now, I will say this, coming off the injury, throwing the ball 58 times, close to 60 times. We'll see, man. Like, I don't want to see that every week. I still want to allow him time, to basically continue to recover.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, I'm sure he's running off that adrenaline. Curious to see what that game plan looks like for this week. But
Yeah.
I'm expecting him to reel it back in. But hey, when you're going up against a tough front seven like that for the Bucs, you got to throw the ball.
Right.
Can't really run the ball. So
I can't wait to talk about the next guy. I hope we're going to run him back. I feel the same way on Dak. Love Dak. Everything he doing has fire weapons. The offensive scheme is crazy. He can do whatever he wants to. I want to roll to the running backs because you touched on two things that make me want. Okay, Dak isn't a buy because he's super expensive no matter what. If you didn't buy after the injury, knowing that he was coming back, you missed out. Don't go sell. Don't go buy. He's expensive. He's worthy of being expensive. Now let's get into Ezekiel Elliott. He's 26 years old now. People see the explosiveness of backup Tony Pollard and get nervous. Nervous after last year. I gave a pass because the whole offense and the way that situation happened after Dak went down. This week, I kind of spoke it last week. I knew that he would be a low buy. And I don't care in redraft and dynasty. The only way I feel like that is because Vic said one thing. He said, hey, they're going to reel it back. If they reel back the passes, that means they have to run more. They're going to run better. They just went against the best front seven in the league. You seen how they dominated and made Pat look bad last year in the Super Bowl. My thing is, I pretty much just knew the run game was going to be irrelevant for the Cowboys. This is the perfect time to buy Zeke. People think he's done. He's 26. People still love Dalvin. He's 26. Like those guys, that's like back in prime years. Like you can still have 2-3 more years being a stud. And if we see the weapons, we love the offense so much. That means the running game is going to be efficient, man. They get Zach Martin back, one of the best offensive linemen in the league. I mean, I'm just excited going forward for Zeke. And like, I'm not saying he's going to be a stud 5 more years, but I think with that offensive system and getting the rest of the guys back and the defense improving slowly but surely, so they've been adding guys, they're younger. I think they're going to get back to that run game because you got to be concerned about that outside game. So it's like pick and choose. You can't lock in on one. So I do think Zeke is going to bounce back. I would tell you go buy, not at Dalvin prices, but if you can go buy low, go get you some Zeke, man. I still think he's going to have a top 5-6 kind of season, bro. That's just my opinion going forward.
I don't see him finishing that high, but he is going to stay on the field with his pass protection. We saw that, so he's always going to be on the field. I'll give him that. But Pollard does look like the most explosive back right now out of that backfield. So I think we're going to see a changing of the guards here, unless there are game scripts where we need the pass protection. So that's the only thing that's going to keep Zeke on the field. I will say this. I know Blake Jarwin missed the block or whatever down there, in the red zone.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you want to see your running back not get tackled in open field by a DB. So
Facts.
Just even that, man, stuff like that, bro. Like I don't know what's up with Zeke, man. But again, he's honing down in the pass blocking game. 26 years old now, trending towards 30. I'm not interested in Dynasty. That's just me. I mean, I'm thinking we're seeing a decline. It's going to keep happening, but he's going to stay on the field because of his pass protection. So
facts.
All right, bro. Tony Pollard, man, are you going to go get him?
If you could buy low, I do think whenever the situation is up with Zeke, if he's still on a team, that's the issue. Or is there going to be a situation where they keep him? If they already paid Zeke, so Zeke's going to be there. Is there a situation where Pollard's contract is up and it's like, we don't want to sign another running back. We're still up under contract with these, they got Amari. They're going to have to pay CD coming up too eventually. Tony Pollard might be just left out because I do think that running game is going to be good just with the natural flow of the offense in general. So they might not need really to be paying a bunch of guys for that to be efficient. So I do like Pollard. I don't know what that means for him outside of Dallas if he does leave. So I'm afraid to just tell you go buy, but he could be a good buy low.
Yeah, and that'd be interesting because we just saw the contract Nyheim Hines got. So
yeah,
he's like a top 10 back as far as
he out here
per year at least.
He deserves it too,
based on the numbers. So I would imagine Pollard would have to enter that type of conversation.
Facts.
And then, like you said, Zeke got another 2 years. So this
shit ain't gonna happen.
The money looking funny right now in Dallas.
See itself in Dallas, bro.
They paid Dak.
Pollard don't see itself out of Dallas, bro.
They paid Amari. You're gonna have to pay CD.
I don't care if CD is another year out before Pollard contract is up. You need to start saving your money knowing that you're gonna have to pay CD.
They might even mess around and franchise tag Pollard. I can see that. I can see that.
Bro. Something crazy.
But now, you know what? That doesn't make sense financially though.
Nah, they're gonna have to franchise tag somebody else, probably a defensive player that's gonna be coming up, something like that.
Yeah, let me walk that back. All right, man. Let's get into this wide receiver room. Amari Cooper, man. So I'll be honest. I almost went and copped him off the week one hype in fantasy and being excited, but I wrote it back in. But at the end of the day, he did have a stud game, number one wide receiver.
But that's not bad. Like the only reason why it would be bad is if he just reels himself back into being an injury guy. Because when he's healthy, you can go back look at the numbers week by week with Dak. Since he's been with Dak, he's been balling. It's only the injury thing, and I don't care how much we love CD. Dak is going to support two top 15 receivers. If they're both healthy all season, they'll both be top 15.
Yeah.
I think Amari's the more alpha guy. So I think he'll just naturally get more targets because Dak and Amari have that rapport. But CD is so talented, he's going to get so many targets. So I do love Amari. He's young enough to still be your wide receiver one if you want him to. And the way people look so down on him and his value, you could play Amari as your wide receiver two. I always give you wide receiver one numbers just due off his value. So I think there's a world where you can still go buy Cooper. And he's not going to cost you the same price as how you going to go buy Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, and Cooper still has that upside with that offense. So I love Amari Cooper, bro.
Yeah, and actually somebody wanted Mark Andrews and AJ Brown for Cooper. I couldn't do that.
Hell no.
And I'll be honest, this is a team where I have a lot of wide receivers, but
bro, I mean, as much as Cooper got the upside to dominate, I still prefer AJ Brown and Dynasty over Cooper, bro.
Yeah, bro. So, but at the end of the day, if you drafted, Amari Cooper as your number 2 in Dynasty,
you got a wide receiver one.
Yeah, upside, and plus wide receivers run deep. You can take on that risk. So I'm not mad at that, especially if he does get hurt. But hey, right now it's looking good. I don't think he got the procedure done on his foot. I think he just opted for rest.
Yep, thug through it.
So you just got to watch that, man, because a situation like that. I mean, look at Calvin Ridley. He went and got the procedure done. You know what I mean? So sometimes rest ends up flaring up on you again. And then now you're dealing with it all season. So
facts.
Something to watch, man. But let's keep pushing, man. CD Lamb, bro. Absolute stud, baller. Bro.
It's not much to say about CD. He should be in Dynasty. I can understand if he's in everybody's top 5. top 6, 7 wide receiver in Dynasty, bro. He's a stud. His talent is crazy, and he's young as hell. I love CD. I don't got to keep speaking on him. I just think right now I'm not concerned. Like, if you like CD more, that's fine. If you like Amari more, that's fine. But I do think there's a world where they can both end up being, honestly, there's a world where they can both be top 12. If the defense keeps sucking and Dak got to throw the ball, they both can end up being top 12 quarterbacks. They're going to get that many targets. I mean, wide receivers.
Yeah, and then let's talk about Michael Gallup. I know he's on IR right now for at least 3 weeks. So, but he, saw some 7 targets in the game.
I'm really going to go buy low in Dynasty on Gallup because there's a world
involved
where he leaves and he can go be a number. Bro, he's talented to go be a team. If he went to Detroit right now, he would be their number 1.
That's true. That's like a Corey Davis type situation.
Yeah,
lead the Titans, go be the man for the Jets. Lead the Cowboys, go be the man for the Lions.
He has that kind of talent, bro. Yeah. Or at least go be a secure number 2, because right now he's going to stay behind those 2 guys. He's going to be heavily evolved to where like you could play him in a flex, but he won't be like that valuable. He won't ever be a solid number 2 due to CD and Amari. But I would go buy low, especially right now while he's banged up, because you don't know where he's going to end up next year.
Bro, I'll be honest. I did not expect Dalton Schultz to keep the job. Now, I haven't been following Hard Knocks or following Cowboys news, but we all know he stepped in last year for the injured Blake Jarwin. Now I'm starting to see why. Maybe the blocking is a concern. So maybe Dalton's outperforming him there. So as a tight end, if you're out blocking a guy, you're going to stay on the field. So
the blocking looks like a concern. And sometimes guys just get it and never lose it. It's like he's still familiar. He didn't take no time off. He's clicking. So he still got the plays better. He has the rapport just with the team in general. So sometimes you get the spot and you don't lose it. It's like you have to be beat out at that point. And if Jarwin isn't going to beat you out, then you can't lose it. Like, long as you don't do nothing to fuck up, if they're both like right here on talent and this guy's been playing for 2 years with no injuries, they're going to keep going to this guy, because if you can't find a way to trump him talent-wise, you never will beat the guy out. So it's his job to lose going forward. I'm not going to go buy because I love all the weapons around the tight end, but he'll be a steady play. But you know how we feel about it. If you're not one of them top tight ends, it really don't matter.
Yeah, bro. I try to usually nail a top 7 play. I mean, I'm trying to compete, so I feel like you need a top 7 just to compete.
Facts.
I don't want to play the streaming game and Jared Cook on my bench going off, and I played. I don't know who the fuck I played.
Jared Everett.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah. All right. Bless you, my G.
Bless you. All right, man. Let's go to Philadelphia, man. Jalen Hurts. A lot of question marks in the offseason. Some people didn't expect him to take that sophomore leap, but again, it's week 1, so we're gonna see how it continues to play out. It's against the Falcons, not the most notable secondary.
Facts.
But they do got some ballers in their secondary.
They do.
I'm not gonna knock it. So
it looked like that whole team gave up this week, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Offense and defense.
But shout out to Jalen, bro. I mean, 264 yards. He was efficient in the passing game.
Yeah,
27 completions on 35 attempts.
I think he had like 73 rushing yards, something like that. 78,
57.
57.
But you love to see that though. Like he's 3 touchdowns in the air and also moving the ball with
those
his feet.
Touchdowns, good plays, right on the money too.
Yeah.
The one he zinked in the Goddard.
Yeah.
That's a NFL quarterback pass. Like, I got props. I know me and you talked about it, and I told you I was concerned with his accuracy, man. But if you work, bro. We see Josh Allen after his first year, what he did, he started put that work in, and where he's at now, how people view him. You just got to work, bro. It takes that. You go grind in the offseason and work on the shit that you need to perfect. And look, I can tell that he's been working, bro. I can tell.
Yeah. So where you at with him? I mean, do you have any Jalen Hurts? You rocking with him?
I actually just own Hurts more in redraft because I figure he's going to be high scoring. I didn't go make any plays or moves because of how I felt about his accuracy, but I will admit if I'm wrong. If we get mid-season and he's still out there dropping them on a dime, because I love his weapons. He has weapons. Yeah. Rager finally healthy, going to a second year. Devonta Smith, we all know what he can do. He's a stud. And then he has 2 good tight ends. I know Ertz is on the older side, but everybody loves Goddard. We've been waiting for Goddard to break out. He has his opportunity right now. He has pass catching options out the backfield. So Hurts is set up to succeed long as he wants to keep succeeding, long as he keep putting that work in. So I don't know if I would go buy, especially right now. It might be expensive. Yeah. But he's a good guy. If you have him on your team, I would love to have him. He could be your QB1.
I got some Hurts in Dynasty right now. I'm just riding it out, bro. I think they're going to keep building around him, and he has weapons at every level, which is perfect. Not every team has weapons in all 3 phases, like wide receivers, tight ends, and running back. So perfect situation. Now they can focus on building up that O-line. All right, bro. Let's get to this running back room. Miles Sanders, 20 touches, man. So he did his thing, PPR friendly, put up 17 points, and you love to see that, man. Like, especially if he doesn't hit the end zone, like just off his volume alone between carries and catching, the football, you'll take that all day long. So I like it. So yeah, definitely excited there.
And long as Hurts is there, we all know a running quarterback creates more space for the running back in general, because you got to be on call, watch that guy, you got to watch the receiving weapon. So Miles Sanders is set up, man, and not just Miles. I like him and like his price point where he's been going. So it's good to have Miles Sanders on your team. I don't know if I necessarily want to go buy because I don't know, just the name still isn't sexy. So maybe that is a good buy if you could still buy low. He could flirt with back end running back 1 numbers, high end running back 2 numbers. But I'm kind of excited about some of his backfield competition too, though.
Yeah, bro. And then Dynasty Bro Style, I actually traded Miles Sanders to a competing team. I'm in rebuild, and 2.0 actually gave up Miles Sanders. He sent me Dwayne Eskridge, his first round pick, second round pick, and third round pick. Basically all his 22 picks. So I like it.
Yeah.
All right, but let's talk about Kenneth Gainwell, man. So he's taking on that Boston Scott role, man. I didn't expect it to happen this soon, but clearly talent just beats out
facts
veterans. So
they went and got their guy, man. And I know we've seen a lot of running backs fall in this draft. I'm feeling like we're getting to the point where they realize how unimportant sometimes they are in drafts, so they fall. It's not that they don't love the guys, because he was a darling going into draft season. Everybody loved Kenneth, but after he fell in the draft and went to the Eagles, it was like, man, I guess we don't want him like that. But we knew what he can do. I said he was the best pass catching running back option coming out of the draft, and he carved himself a role, man. He's explosive. He's good at what he does, and I think they're going to love plugging him in for years to come.
All right, bro. You checking for anybody else in this backfield or
nah?
Good? Let's get into this wide receiver room. Start with Smitty, man. Hell of a debut. Hit the end zone. Hey, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, he did it. Like week 1, off top,
breaking ankles, bro. He's
the man.
He's automatically a top 10 route runner in the league already.
Yeah, he's smooth, bro. Like,
I need a few more weeks to go look at what everybody's doing, but my bad, bro.
It's cool, bro.
Off top 10 route runner. He's amazing, bro. What he does. We've never been concerned about his size ever. It's when you're professional, you're professional. You know what the fuck you're doing. He's been dominating at all levels. He played at Alabama, so he played against the incoming competition that he's going to be playing with in the NFL. So I don't know, man. I love him. He's their number 1. He's going to be good for years to come, and I think he's going to make Hurts look good a lot this year.
And I like how he gets yards in chunks. Like, he only had 6 catches, 71 yards, but of course he had a touchdown, 19 points just like that. I mean, give me that guy that's getting yards in chunks and also can hit the end zone. So very promising. Now, I'll be honest. Let's talk about this next guy. I was on the fence. I was on edge, but now he's starting to look good. Jaylen Rager. So it looks like he just needed a playmaker around him to help open things up for him. So he's starting to come around, and I can see them being the 1-2 punch, man. I can see Rager having his weeks, Devontae, being the number 2 guy, and vice versa. So, yeah, man. I actually don't have any Rager. I'm not actually looking to go get him, but it looks good.
I own some Rager. He's a guy that maybe you can go buy low, flirt with some second rounds. I don't think your 2022 draft is going to be that loaded, so you can flirt with second round picks for Rager. I think he has the talent. He's a first round pick last year, so the offensive coaches love him. They went and drafted him. But like you said, last year was a complete mess, man. Ertz was banged up a lot. They didn't really have a number 1 receiving option, and I don't think he's a number 1 receiving option. They drafted him like they wanted him to be that. I think he's more of a solid 2. But everything he can do, bro, he can move all around the field. So you have your number 1 in Devonta right now. Then you got a number 2 guy that you can move all around the field and do a lot and take on the second coverage. And I do like him in that role. I think he's going to get a lot of targets. I think he's going to get a lot of yardage and do minor things. I think his touchdown came on like a screen looking play, but he can do that, bro. That's what he was doing in college. He was all over the field catching passes from everywhere. So I would flirt with a second trying to go get him. And if you can't get him for a second, then just leave it alone and just, it is what it is. But I think he's going to have a solid season as long as Hurts is playing well and as long as Smith is healthy.
I like it, man. You checking for any other wide receivers?
No.
All right, I do got to be honest. I was planting my flag last year for Travis Fulgham. He's on the practice squad.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bro. I like Travis, but Eagles don't. It is what it is. So, but no, I'm not checking for any other Eagles. My Eagles that I'm, who I am looking at is just Smitty and Rager, but I don't have any Rager, so I just got to ride out with Smitty.
And Goddard, as we're going into the tight ends, man. Goddard, we've been waiting for him to, we've been waiting for him to take the next step. Ertz has been important to the team and the community, the organization for so long. You actually see the changing of the guard, and Goddard looks like the guy. He's more athletic. He's still mobile, which Ertz is still going to play, but he doesn't have nothing on what Goddard could do right now. So love me some Goddard. That organization always uses their tight ends heavy. So I like what he can do. He caught a touchdown this week, and he was heavily involved running a lot of routes this week.
Yeah, and look at the size. I mean, you got a smaller Devonta and a smaller Rager. You got to throw the ball to Goddard in the red zone.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, especially in the end zone. So I like it. Still got Zach Ertz there. He had, he caught some passes, made some plays, but like you said, they want to feature Goddard. So
facts.
Changing of the guards, man, like you said. So, all right, man, that's all I got for the Eagles, man.
Me too. I ain't going nothing past that.
Let's go to the Washington football team. Of course, Fitzmagic. We kind of talked this a little bit on the redraft show, but for me, Fitzmagic was a stopgap QB as far as, if you're waiting on your Justin Fields, your Trey Lances, you waiting for these rookies to step up, do their thing. You kind of got him. And also if you're dealing with the Deshaun situation, same thing. But he's hurt. He's up there in age.
Facts. Great defense. Great offensive options. Bad quarterback play. Tried to bring in a guy that was on the older end to see if they could piece together some wins. I really see them trying to not look the best they can. I know we talked about trying to bring in Cam. I really think they're going to be in a situation where they're just going to let the Tyler play itself out. And if he doesn't pan out, they got a reason to lose a bunch of games. It's a couple quarterbacks coming out this year. And if they can set themselves up to where they have a stud defense, just the offense ain't clicking because they got a bad quarterback. They fuck around and there's guys coming out. Spencer Rattler fuck around and go there. Come on, man. There's a situation where if they just suck all year, add a quarterback next year. I love their running back options. We like Terry. Curtis is hurt right now, but they got weapons that you got figured out. But I'm not checking for Fitz went down. I'm not checking for anybody else that we're about to try to go to at the quarterback position.
No, I agree, bro. I'm not interested in the Heineke situation. Feels like another Gardner Minshew type ordeal.
Facts.
I would like to see the Washington team go trade for Deshaun. I mean, again, I know it's controversial given the history of that organization. So just given that, they probably won't even do it just from that standpoint.
Yeah, and it's hard for anybody to go trade for Deshaun because he hasn't been put on a commissioner's exempt list still, which is kind of awkward to me because nobody really knows what's going on, but he's not playing. And it was like, I don't want to go trade for him. At this point, what can you do? So I don't know. I think that's why a lot of teams aren't trade for him because the commissioner hasn't made a decision on what he want to do for him, and they hate to go trade for him. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna sit him this year, even though that's pretty much what everybody should assume. But until it happens, it's like you're dragging it. So if he gets put on that list after he done set out for almost whole season, now you're dragging into, well, this could drag into missing half the season next year. It's just a lot, bro.
That's true. I'm just looking at the windows of opportunity to push for a championship, NFL championship. So Washington defense, they're like literally one of the top defenses in the league that can compete. I mean, we just saw what they did with the Chargers. Of course, it was a game. Chargers ended up pulling it out, but still. So you got a young defense. You can compete. You can make the playoffs. Why not go get a guy that can help carry you through the playoffs? So
I just don't think it's going to go that way. I really think the commissioner and Washington in Houston are in cahoots because he should have already been on the commissioner's list, missing games going towards, whatever the suspension is going to be. But now it's like you're winging it. He's still active. And it's like, as soon as he gets traded, they're probably going to put him on the commissioner's list.
That's a good point.
But they're like, look, we never going to play him. We're going to sit him here, drag it out, figure out what's going on. That just saves the NFL's ass when I have to figure nothing out for them right now. And really is making Houston look like, they're kind of coming off on top because it's like, fuck it, we're not going to trade them and get less than what we want. But we're not going to play them because we don't want to look bad. It's just right now, I just feel like everything is fucked up when it comes to Deshaun. That's why nobody's trading. Get hit with,
hey, what about my time served? You know what I mean? Like, I got to start the clock over.
It's not time served. We just not playing. We just not playing.
That's literally what I was thinking. There ain't no time served in this thing.
Guess not, bro.
Nah, because when you're on the exempt list, you're not playing, you're not active at all. That counts as those are suspension games.
He's not on that list.
No, now he's still active. He's still getting paid, and he's not playing.
That's what it is. That's the difference.
And he's not, but he's just not getting played. So that's kind of shit.
That's love though. If they still cutting you that check.
Yeah, that's fine. But
you know, that suspension come and stack your bread, my G.
But I think he's rich enough. I think he's rich enough, man. The guys like him really just want to play football.
Oh, that's messed up. Then
he does,
that
bro.
hurts.
I can tell he really all the giving. Bro, he gave up like his first rookie check to all the workers that were that worked in the stadium and stuff, the cooks and all that, the cleaners.
Yeah, he just won't play.
He just won't play, bro. And the way they keep on dragging it out, I don't know when he's gonna play.
Disrespect.
True. All right, bros. Let's get into the running back room. Antonio Gibson, man, 25 touches this past week.
Yeah,
they said they want to set him up to have that workload like Christian McCaffrey. So yeah, man. I mean, I'm
not concerned. I feel like the adjustment from Fitz to Heineke made a difference. So I feel like they need to go into a week game plan with having Heineke instead, because I feel like it hit a roadblock. I feel like he would have been all right going through everything they had planned in a week with Ryan, but switching quarterbacks, everything's get changed. They're two different playing styles at quarterback, so I'm not concerned with because he's going to get the touches. And I feel like once they finally start planning what Heineke can do good with Gibson and the other guys, he'll click more and be more efficient with all those touches. So I love Gibson. He's clearly the number one guy now. Ain't no more J.D. McKissick right now. He was fucking up a lot of those touches last year from Gibson.
What happened to J.D.?
Nothing. He just didn't get. You remember he was getting 7-8 fucking catches all the time.
Nah, I remember last year. I'm talking about from this week. I didn't see.
Oh, he didn't do nothing. He really. I don't think he caught no passes.
Okay, yeah.
But Tyler Heineke's not the type to dink and dunk out the backfield anyway. So I think that benefits Gibson.
Gotcha. All right, let's get to this wide receiver room because we're not checking for any other running backs.
Nah.
So Terry McLaurin, he's the number one, super talented. He had a crazy catch, like he twisted, contorted his body. Let's use that word. And
ball went through the defender's hand. He was still able to see it and catch it. It was fire.
Yeah, bro. So shout out to Terry, super talented. I do think the quarterback play's going to hurt him right now until they find their future QB. That's the only thing. So I know I said I've been moving off of him, but maybe I do need to let this season play out. And if people see the downward just from the QB play,
it'll be a bye.
Yeah,
I want to say by mid-season, he's going to be frustrating, and you'll have a area where you can buy. Yeah, I feel like that's important. So make sure you pay attention to that. He's still super talented, one of the most talented receivers in NFL.
And fast.
Yeah, fast, great hands, but just right now it's going to be rough. The season we thought he was going to have with the gunslinger and Ryan Fitzpatrick is not going to happen. So, just change your expectations, and it is what it is for Terry. Now, the next guy, and Curtis Samuel, is a guy I have no clue what to do with. Going into the season, I was excited when he got traded. I love with Ryan. I felt like Ryan was going to be able to support both of them, and they're going to move Samuel all over the field. Now he's banged up, got re-injured last week, and it looks like he might be weeks from recovery from that groin.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, we were expecting him to be able to be involved with Fitzpatrick. Heineke's there. We're scared about Terry, super nervous about Samuel, and you barely seen him get acclimated to any offenses, barely see him be like a real solid number one or two guy anyway. What do we do with Samuel? Because right now I can't buy him. I probably can't sell him. It's like, do I even want him in general? So I don't have no shares, to be honest.
Me neither. So
I got one redraft share.
I'm not really interested in the Samuel situation, even when he left
Carolina.
That's right. So yeah, I mean, I've just never really been a Samuel guy. So
I'm over it, man. If you can't trust McLaurin, you can't trust McLaurin. Yeah. Who else we gonna trust?
Yeah, and also going back to the Carolina days, Christian was the number one, and then we had DJ Moore in there. And
that's it.
To me, if the number one receivers are running back,
that's it.
That math ain't math for me. Yeah. All right, bro. So let's talk about the number two pass catcher.
Facts.
Mr. Logan Thomas, man. Now, of course, 30 years old, getting up there in age, but to me, he's a top 7 play.
He is. Every week, he's going to get involved. And me and Vic talked about that before having. I was like, bro, no Curtis Samuel. Logan Thomas is going to be last year's Logan Thomas. I still think he's going to be good. He's going to have big games because he's going to be involved. I think the only thing that's going to hurt them is that defense is amazing. So if that defense can keep them in close games, I think it'll turn out to be a lot of Antonio Gibson games. But, I think Heineke does have some kind of rapport because he did play a few games last year. So that rapport is with Logan Thomas and Terry McLaurin. So I think those guys are going to be all right this year.
I'll be honest. Fast forward to this Thursday night game against the Giants, QB situation. I thought about fading the Washington pass catchers, but I think I might roll out some Logan Thomas.
Hey,
I think I'm going to do that.
I tell you, a rookie's favorite guy is either a running back out the backfield that can catch or a tight end. And basically, Tyler Heineke, in my opinion, is a rookie with how many games he done played.
Somebody going off. All right. All right, bro. Let's get into this. That's it, bro. That's all the players. So let's talk about the Giants, bro. Daniel Jones. You checking for him?
No. Traded him away. That's the only share I ever had of Daniel Jones. I traded him away in Dynasty Bros 1.0, and that's it.
All right, bro. Let's get into Saquon Barkley. So, of course, coming back off the injury. Again, he didn't have the biggest showing coming back, but they gave him the ball, 10 carries. And again, we expected him to ease him back into the offense, right? So, what are your thoughts on Saquon?
I don't know, man. I'm scared of Saquon, bro. Scared of that whole offense in general. Just, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But he's still talented, though. Just that offense scares me, man. Daniel Jones sad. He's always hurt. It's just shitty, bro.
Then
what about you?
Wouldn't he be a good pickup if the QB garbage? Or am I not thinking about that right? You got a bad O-line or something?
I mean, O-line ain't the greatest, but the type of injuries coming off of.
Oh, okay.
It's just concerning. So,
Gotcha.
also, yeah, bro. So, it is what it is. I actually don't have any Saquon in Dynasty. I know a lot of people, still interested in the talent, still talented, still can get it done, but it's definitely something to watch. And again, that field, bro, like MetLife Field, is just known to take people out, man. Like, it's brutal. All right, man.
Come on now,
let's get to this wide receiver room.
Come
This is
on,
interesting
man.
only because they paid Kenny Galladay.
Mm-hmm.
They still got Sterling Shepard, who looks like their number one, and he still got Darius Slayton. So, yeah, man, we can just group them together, bro. And also, they got Kadarius Toney. So they drafted a wide receiver in the first round, paid a veteran Kenny Galladay, but week to week, it looked like Sterling Shepard's really your number one.
I know, bro.
It's a big mess.
I don't want none of them, bro. I fell off the Galladay train once he went to them in free agency. I was never on Darius Slayton, I guess early in his rookie season. And then Sterling, he always shows up and show out, but he's be banged up, and then he has big games, little games. I don't know, bro. It's too much. So I don't really want none of them pass catching weapons, bro. Especially because I'm out on the quarterback anyway.
Yeah. All right, man. Then let's move on to the tight end room. But before we do that, I do still like Darius Slayton, only because they got to throw the deep ball, bro. He's a nice, he's especially for best ball. That's a nice play there. But if you need some depth into your bench at wide receiver room, I like Darius Slayton.
Facts.
All right, bro. Tight end room, Evan Ingram, bro. Starting off hurt, man. Missed week 1. How do you feel about Evan Ingram, man? And I know I was off the train. I got on it last year. Now I got to ride out, man, the situation, man. But he's starting off hurt right now. 27 years old.
That was the issue why you hated him. You feel me?
Yeah.
And now look at him. Starting to back up. They got too many options right now that are just all over the board. I don't know, man. Like I said, when I said I don't want any pass catching options, that's still for tight ends too, bro.
All right, cool. I'm with it, man. All right, bros. That's really it, man. So that's the rundown of the NFC East. We got to close that out. We did our rounds around the league. Are we ready for this closing?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even do the Brodies of the week, man, but it's cool. I wasn't even prepared for it. I did get some names down. Let me just throw them out there.
All right, go ahead.
Of course, Elijah Mitchell. He's a Brody. I mean, I was not expecting him to start,
Facts.
get any runs, so for him to do his thing. Elijah Mitchell, I'm sure he was drafted in Dynasty, especially in the later rounds. So Trent Sherfield, bro. I mean, given the whole Ayuk.
I know, man.
The whole Ayuk ordeal.
That's trash, bro.
He hit the end zone.
That's trash.
And I do want to shout out Kenneth Gainwell. So we'll keep it short and sweet. Next year, or not next year, next week, bring up the clips. See what these guys are doing. So
Facts.
I was excited for week 1. Forgot to do Brodies of the week, but it's all good. Those are the guys.
Brodies of the week.
You're
All right, man. Let's get into this closing, man. DJ Avo, you want to kick it off?
Oh man, we going over here today? All right, look. I ain't got much to say other than, hey man, COVID's still popping. I don't know if you don't know that, but in case you're not aware somehow, COVID's still a thing out here. Keep yourself safe, mask up. I ain't gonna tell you to go get vaccinated, but a lot of other people will. I'm vaccinated. I figure I'll throw that out there just to let you know. So my good word is just, man, stay safe, keep washing your hands, man, stay smart about things. We already been through this for a year, so you should have a good idea of how to move out here. Just make sure you're moving accordingly.
Facts. I'll go next. COVID is some bullshit. I caught it. Stopped some of the plans I had, and just stunted some of the recovery that I was going through with my injury, and just dealing with little minor recovery things again, man. So stay prayed up and do everything you need to stay on top of your physical and your mental health, because that shit's important. And I'm still working to get back to 100% across the board. So that's what we're going to say right there. What about you, my guy?
All right, I'm going to take it to Titans tackle Taylor Lewin. He actually put on his Twitter, got my ass kicked today, no way around it. I let the team and the fans down. Thank you, Chandler Jones, for exposing me. It will only force me to get better. So know when to hold yourself accountable, man. And sometimes you get your ass kicked, but you can bounce back. So shout out to Taylor, man. Sometimes you just got to own it. And if you don't know, Chandler Jones had like 5 sacks, I believe, in like the first three quarters.
Bro, first 3 quarters.
He dominated.
Amazing.
That shit
Pay that
crazy.
man. And he's in the contract.
Pay that man.
situation.
Contract year,
He,
baby.
he looking like he want his money.
Yeah.
Looking like week 3, he gonna be like, nah, just pay me now.
Yeah. It was cool too. JJ Watt on the sideline, like, are you serious? Like what? Are you serious? Like, even JJ Watt couldn't even believe what he was saying. He's like, bro, Chandler basically told him, you know, we got a moment of a lifetime right now. Like, we can compete. So why not? So yeah, that was fire. All right, man. That's all we got for the closing, man. You want to walk us out?
Come on, man.
Walk us out, DJ.
I got something a little different. I don't know if anybody's heard this in a minute. Y'all know it. I don't know if anybody else did. So again, I will remind y'all, my brother Dot make better music than a lot of y'all. Make sure y'all catch me the next Tuesday. I will be here live spinning. We going up. I'll probably start with this because, you know, there's a lot of people I don't fuck with. But right now, we don't fuck with COVID. We can't stand COVID. So make sure y'all take us here next week, the week after that, the week after that. Let's go, Vic. Let's go, Dot. We out of here. We the